everybody. I'm Mike Losey. I'm the Natural Resources Manager for Springfield Township. We're out here today. It's early April. We're at the Shiawassee Basin Preserve, just north of downtown Davisburg. We're in an area of the preserve that we're managing for rare habitats. What you see around you right now is an area that's received a treatment toward restoring one of the rare habitats, one of our oak barrens here at the preserve. And what it received was a forestry mulching treatment. Forestry mulching treatment involves having a skid steer, which is a large tracked vehicle with a mulching head, which is like a rotary drum style mower with teeth on it. And what that does is it helps to reduce the shrub component in some of these areas of oak barrens, which is the habitat that we're restoring. And in these areas, the machine moves through them and converts all of those shrubs, which are larger, down into chips and spreads them across the ground. And what that does is it helps get sunlight into the ground where areas had previously been shrubbed in and shaded, which does two things. It promotes the regrowth of native vegetation, and secondly, it creates foraging opportunities for different sorts of animal species that we have at the preserve. So this is a project that benefits wildlife as well as the plants that we have here at the preserve. And in this particular area, it was heavily shrubbed in with an invasive shrub called autumn olive. And one of our future plans, now that it's been mowed, is to come back in and carefully use herbicide treatments to control the regrowth and then again promote the native vegetation as it recovers. The desired future condition that we're looking for the site as an oak barrens is an area that has very few trees per acre, around 4 to 10 trees per acre. And the trees that are already in this area, because they grew up prior to a lot of the shrubs coming in, are open grown. And so that's the kind of character that you look for. And to the right of me and to the left of me, you can see some of the other tree species that were carefully selected to not be mowed. Some of those are black cherries. There's a few aspen. We left some dogwood, and also the larger open grown oak trees. So we have a lot of black oak in this area. And so we want to keep those around too to promote oak regeneration into the future. As we look around this unit and think about the future, again, we're going to use herbicide to help control the regrowth. And we're also going to be thinking about using prescribed fire to help burn up some of the mulched up material that's on the ground. And so as we move around the unit today, we'll take a look at the machine as it treats. And the machine was brought to us by the Rough Grouse Society. There are contractors for this project, and their mission is to promote grassland and game bird habitat, things like grouse and woodcock and pheasants, things of that nature. And by managing for those species, you're also managing for a host of rare and declining species, things like grassland birds, grasshopper sparrows, lark sparrows, things of that nature, as well as other insects, so things like monarchs that'll come in once the milkweeds bloom. And we're accomplishing a lot of things with this treatment. It's a cost-effective treatment. So typically after you do one of these mowing treatments like this, things will start to green up rather quickly. A lot of times what you'll see in the disturbed areas are the resprouting shrubs coming up, and those will come up rather quickly. Along with that, you'll also see some of the seedling plants that were in the seed bank that's now been kicked up by the soil disturbance. And so that can start happening over the next couple weeks. And the following year, a lot of times you're hard pressed to tell that the treatment occurred. It looks very natural. So in this area, you'd most likely see things like bee balm, which is actually a mint. You're more than likely going to see some butterfly milkweed and possibly some common milkweed. You could see things like lupin if you're in the right area, which is another host plant for a few different rare species. And there's a whole host of plants that you see in these oak barrens. And there's some uncommon ones too. But in this area, which had probably been farmed at one point in the past, you may not see some of the rarest species, but some of the more common species you will see. So one of the questions that sometimes gets asked out here at the preserve is how we select a given management treatment for a given area. And I thought this is a good area to illustrate why we use forestry mowing instead of things like prescribed fire right away, and why we do one before another. And so if you look around here, the ground cover in this area that was formerly covered with autumn olive shrubs, even though it's all been mulched, if you would have came in here before the treatment, there wasn't much grassy fuel or oak leaf litter to carry a prescribed fire. And those are two critical elements to being able to conduct a burn. You need ground fuels to carry the fire. And if one of your objectives is to kill shrubs and you don't have the grassy fuels or the leaf litter underneath them, you need to select a different treatment, which is what we did here. And so now what we'll be able to do is in a couple of years, as things start to come back in, the grasses and some of the wildflowers and things of that nature, we'll have more fuel to carry a prescribed fire here. And then what that'll do is it'll help us to control all of the smaller seedling and resprouting shrubs that we don't want in this area. The prescribed fire will also promote some of the native wildlife and some of the native wildflowers as well by providing forage opportunities for the wildlife. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. I hope it was informative for you and that it gives you a little more context as you visit the preserve and see these activities going on. You kind of understand the hows and the whys that we get things done out here for the benefits of people and nature. If you have any other questions about the management activities, I would encourage you to visit our website, our Springfield Township website, which is just a quick Google search away. And in addition to that, we offer workshops all summer long, which you can find more information about also on our website, and hope to see you out here sometime.